Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. Another episode of Creeper World 3 is kicking off. Before we get started, I do want to apologize. I'm not too sure why the mouse is all janky. Like, you can see that I have Tiplex selected, which is the next mission, but the mouse, the Windows mouse, is just over there. Don't know why. I tried different recording softwares. I tried different resolutions. Can't get it synced. Not sure why. But I still wanted to get in some good gaming. So, Tiplex is our next mission. We just acquired the bomber from the last mission. And pause. Land on the right side of the map to collect a tech artifact. What tech artifact is this? Command node. Okay, that seems interesting. Can I build multiple command nodes? That would be pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and land here, I suppose. Let's see here, we've got good height. We have spores. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Build out our econ network real quick here. If you'll excuse me just a second, I think I'm getting a call from work. Okay, nope, false alarm. Very good. I'm not on call, but we've had some emergencies happen at the work site, so I'm not on call this week. Like normally, like when I game, like I try to say, hey, if I'm interrupted, I'm interrupted. I apologize. So I'm not on call directly, but we've had some emergencies, so I've been on call. Let's just go ahead and unpause this a little bit. Let the econ build up a bit. I don't know how much I want to jump down here. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of grace period in between these areas, so you can now deploy a second command node on the battlefield. Click the orbital and select... Oh, very cool. Additional command node. Brilliant. Alright, so the idea behind this is to dump it over here, right? I mean, that's kind of the plan. Now, I'm going to put it back a little bit more. The ultimate goal is to destroy the inhibitor in the center of the map. Okay, that can be worked on. Get the economy built out a bit here. Even if I've got to defend with mortars and turrets and stuff, I still need a healthy economic backbone. Let's let that sit for a second there. This creeper is weird. Maybe it's just the map, the hex part of the map. Okay, so you see at the top, at the very top of the screen, that usually displays our economic network, like what's all plugged into what. Right now it shows two different command nodes. These command nodes are absolutely segregated out. Like, they don't share resources unless I plug them in together. But it looks like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the brunt of it. Okay, so the right side econ is starting to back up a little bit. We're going to get a few reactors online. I want to bolster that econ as hard as I can, and then we'll start moving with mortars and start to push our way down. I don't want to start deploying mortars and stuff far too early. What is this? This looks like a path of some sort. Weird. Once those reactors are... Well, no, we got time now. 3 reactors there. Another reactor here. When you see the energy topping out like it is, that means we have much more room for expansion. Let's just get a few more. What they want me to do is they want me to counter with ore, with the anti-creeper, which I will do. The anti-creeper will fall down the path. Yeah, this is getting dangerous. Weapons, cannon. Okay, hold on. Collector lost. Oh yeah, it's moving up pretty violent. Okay, this is bad. Might need a redo. Okay, we have a turret online. We have 2 turrets online on the right. Okay, let's pause a second here. Maintaining 2 fronts isn't a bad thing. It allows us to really diversify our resources nicely. Let's get secondary turrets online for better coverage. Let's rebuild our collector. And pause, and I want a few more generators, reactors, whatever you want to call them. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. So this is where this is going to get... Okay, so it looks like it's 2 different types of creeper, which is freaking scary. How far can I get with mortars? Not too far, unfortunately. Dang. Okay. Gosh, how do I want to handle this? Mortar there, mortar there. Keep the mains to this at bay. We're just finishing up some reactors on each side. Okay. We need beams now. Not too sure ultimately how I want this handled. 1, 2, 3, something like that. 1, 2, 3. Gosh, I didn't give myself a lot of room here. Okay, take out the 2 emitters sourcing the digitals. The ultimate goal is to destroy the inhibitor in the center. Okay, so these are different kind of creeper entirely. Ah. The variety's cool. I mean, no argument about that. Always cool to have more variety, but holy jingle jangle jail, that's a bit much. Okay, we've got econ. Let's go ahead and get a few more reactors online, and then I want to start working with strafers immediately and get them running patrols. Okay, there's 4 more there. I would build up the second network. Okay, what is this thing? Unknown. Okay. Answered that question. Beams are online. It takes about 30 seconds to get the beams built and online, assuming I've got enough resources for the job. Nope. Reactor. 4 more reactors, and then, yeah, we're switching over to strafers. Cool, no problem. I did notice we have a bit of a weak spot down here in the bottom, so I'm just going to get a second beam down there. I knew we were running a little thin, but I wasn't sure how much the beam would deal the damage. It's one of those things that I don't know how... Until we use it more frequently, that's when I'll know better of how many beams I really need. 3, 4... That's not aligned at all, and that'll drive me crazy. Okay. Get those running in the middle. Hopefully thin this out a bunch. Or actually, we'll do runs on the digitals here. The digitals seem to be affected by normal weaponry anyhow, so I don't think we're out of luck by any stretch of the imagination. Just build that there. Start building out our network a bit more. Get some mortars up there, start to push this back. Okay, I want you there. And I want you there. Okay. You keep hitting... You can hide the white digital's growth area by pressing the visibility button. Oh, that. I see. No, I think it's fine. Okay, the digitals are first, yeah? Attack. Attack. Okay, pause. I would like a mortar right there and right there. Let's concentrate a little more on econ. Let's get another reactor. Another reactor. And pause. Move up the turrets. Okay. Yep, and that's attacking the digitals. Cool. That gives us a lot more breathing room. Totally happy with that. I'm going to do the same on the bottoms as well. So relay, and relay, and relay, and relay. And then we'll move up the turrets in the bottom as well and just start to get a little bit more push. Speaking of which, this feels like something that I can do right now. It would give me some really good territory. That looks like that's going to hit that, and that's going to be awkward as crap. Move back, back, move back. That feels like that's on a collision course for my turrets. It's most unusual scars. Message artifacts almost never survive contact with the creeper. This one seems strangely immune. It's almost like the creeper intentionally does not destroy certain objects. Messages it contain, it'll require some time to process. Okay. Pause. So that's storyline level stuff, which is fine. Let's move everything back to where it was. Okay. Give me a second here. I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Not necessarily a bad thing. Turret, turret, mortar. Cancel out. Turret, turret, and a relay here. For sure. Cool. Pushing up nice. Concentrated, combined efforts. That's what I want. I don't want to just push this all in and then be like, well, that didn't work. Time to retreat. You know, I don't want that. Let's do mortar. Mortar. I want 2 beam weapons here. Okay, that's going to be more than enough for the left side to deal with, and probably the right side. Yeah, we're a little low on energy. Just gonna let that sit for a minute. Pause. What happened? Oh, spores. Okay, yeah, we're still fine. These guys I want moved up. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. Now that we have a bit more control, two turrets there. Another mortar there, and I'm asking too much out of that left network, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3. That should handle that pretty darn nicely. Don't need to build new mortars. Once these mortars are constructed... Actually, I can move them up now because I believe that digital is confined. That could be a problem. I didn't move up my beam defenses to the left. Okay, no problem there. Move up. 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 And beam. There is fine. I just remembered where I think this music is from. This music reminds me of... Well, it's not from, but it reminds me of MechWarrior for the Super Nintendo. Not MechWarrior 3150, which was on the Genesis. Just MechWarrior. Dang. Music is awesome, how it can just bring back memories like that. Sometimes without even trying. I loved how it was kind of orchestral and such. Yeah, good memories for sure. Okay. Develop our economic network a bit more. Now that we've got more control, I'm a lot less worried about the fragility of what's going on. Okay. These collectors are far better than reactors. I mean, we kind of went through that as we're going through the campaign and such. So, yep, we're hemorrhaging energy. Yep. I removed up all of my beam defenses. I did not. There. That gets enough coverage, doesn't it? It does, but let's get another beam right there. That way, if it skirts its way right in between those two, no problem. Okay, looking good. Really glad I set this aside as its own episode, considering it's gonna be a bit of a fight. Okay, so how soon until I can get a nullifier up in there? I gotta be pretty freaking close. Dang. This is probably gonna be my best bet to clear this out, because that would give me, you know, kind of good heads-up area. Crap, now the creeper's starting to come through pretty heavy, actually. Let's go ahead and... Network 2 is looking better than Network 1 right now. A few more collectors. Another collector or two here. Fill this out a bit more. I'll take literally any energy I can get. No matter how minuscule or how low the return on investment is, I'll just take everything I can. Okay, let's see how that pans out. We're hemorrhaging energy literally everywhere, and that's not great news. Keeping the digital back pretty well, it feels like. Okay. Network 2 is looking better than Network 1, so what we can do is we can go ahead and start pushing a bit more. Guessing more mortars are going to do the job on this digital. Yeah, Reactor 1 is not having a good day. And the second I say that, it bounces back. Or Command Node 1, not Reactor 1. I'd really like to take care of this digital so I can concentrate on the frickin' creeper, because this is driving me insane. Okay, here's what I want to have happen. Concentrate there. Concentrate there. Maybe that'll free up some of the digital and some of the creep, and that way the expanse won't be so darn hard. Yeah, see, we're working on the creeper too, all the fighters. Just the fighters. The fighters are doing the work. That's the important bit. Okay, and pause. Get that economy going up. Command nodes, the one on the right, Command Node 1 seems more economically resilient. But that's also, I think on Command Node 2, the one on the left, I've got way more mortars. Perhaps. Once those 3 reactors are built on each side, I'm going to build 3 more. Yep, no problem. 2 to 3 beams, no matter where they come from, will react. Yep, no problem. The good news is we haven't seen them explode. What normally happens is when they explode, if I didn't explain that, is they literally drop more creep. Alright, you finished first. 1, 2, 3. And I think we're going to have to turn to some anti-creep. I mean, it's never a bad idea. We got the resources, might as well use it, kind of a thing. But I was hoping I could save it a bit. 1, 2, 1, and... two, I guess? Not a lot of room. I'm going to turn you to always on. And you, always on. Yeah, that anti-creep works the digital pretty darn well, actually. Again, I do apologize that there's times I'm just being quiet, as there's a lot I'm trying to take in and do the right thing and move appropriately, so it's a little overwhelming. It's not too much, but it's like I kind of find that I just kind of go quiet maybe a little more than I do with other games, so it's just wanted to apologize for that. Yep, now that we've set up a good baseline with regular turrets and defenses, the anti-creeper is going to go ahead and push everything back. I'm going to get more strafers online. One, I don't care about the alignment anymore. 3 more there. And I'm hearing a nullifier spin up, which is excellent news. Cool. Okay, the digital is gone, so that's good. That should push that back pretty darn hard. Okay, and for this, collector to push up the chain there. Spread this out a little bit here. I can easily move all the way up. The anti-creeper's enough to beat this all back, so that's perfect. Advance, 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 advance. You get that. And advance. And let's pause a second here. There's a lot I want to do and not a lot of time. Another relay, another relay. Up. 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 This side looks a little contested. I don't want to move that at all. This all has to get moved up. And move up. And move up. Up. I already screwed this up, but that's okay. And you go there. And that's all the territory I think I'm comfortable with taking. Yep, perfect. Now that the artillery is hitting it right in the low points, this will all recede nicely, and because we've got anti-creeper online spraying everywhere, perfect. I guess pro strats, I should have used the anti-creeper much earlier. That would have been far more fortuitive. It would have been far more intelligent, I think, if I just started spamming anti-creeper earlier, but it just seems, like I said, it's a tactic I'm not used to. It feels a little unreliable. It's just something I just gotta get used to. It's a mechanic in the game. Gotta embrace it, right? I need every weapon I can get to fight the creeper. Yep, annihilated instantly. That worked out very, very well. I like that very much. Let's go ahead and move up here. That, yes sir. A few more weapon systems. The boot. Okay, I'm not too sure how much more I'll have to advance on the top and the bottom. This is my big go-to, and right now we're flooding it up pretty well. Okay, that takes care of all the digital, I think. Oh no, those are the spores. Oh yeah. So you're done. You get in there. I want the extra fire range and damage and all that rigmarole. I'm not really comfortable with advancing too far on the right yet. Go ahead and move up. Move up. It's looking good. Building up our hardened line right here. One side helps another, obviously. Like, the more I'm pulling off the left, the more damage that is dealing, the better I'm off on the right side. Obviously. Killing the creeper is killing the creeper. We're going to move up here with the mortars, really try to get a nice swath of terrain here, and then I'm going to try to get a nullifier in place. Let's move up. Let's get a relay up in here. Yep, should be able to knock this out. Up. Up. Yeah, no problem. We got this under wraps. A little slower of a move than what I would have preferred, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting map. Boom. Done deal. Okay. Very good. That takes care of this system, Navox. Moving on to Egos next. Oh man, we've got quite a ways to go, and that's awesome. This game's got a lot of depth to it, and the tech is just going to make it even more interesting, also with the map loadouts and everything. So, my name's John Megacycle, going to call this a done deal. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to catch you next time.